What we're doing right now is we're going over the final estimate that I'm sending over to the client. So we went out to the property after doing our initial guesstimate, and there were definitely things that weren't seen. The buyer also had an inspector that they were able to do an inspection report, and I was able to learn some things from that. And this is what we'll be sending over. And first thing that stands out is the roof. That was something that we could not tell in the video, and it definitely needs a new roof. So we've added that. There's some things that the client has wished to add to the rehab. It's not something that you would have to do to flip this home or to rental. And they've chose to replace all the windows on the home. They were single pane windows. I did notice that in the video, but they did look to be in good shape. This client has chosen to go ahead and replace all those. The front, there was some spot with some brick that looked a little outdated. They wanted something to kind of give it more curb appeal, so my suggestion there was a nice 8-inch cedar beam and some black wrought iron in that area to make it really pop. So the outside, those were the main differences, which it does add up. On the interior, so drywall wasn't in horrible shape. Is definitely something we could have worked with, but they do want to replace all the drywall in this home. So we're taking everything out, down to studs. We would put new drywall, tape float texture. We need all new trim, door casings, baseboards. So it's another big add. Also creates more trash, debris to haul off, so more dumpster rental, which also costs more. They've also decided to add 16 can lights to the home. Can lights, I think, is a great idea. I do think that will be something you would get your return on. Since we're taking all the drywall out and it's an older home, we need to go back in with insulation. We need to insulate the walls, and this home did need insulation in the attic once we were able to get up there. Then we have the cost of demoing everything. In the kitchen, in my initial video that they sent over in my guesstimate, I was thinking painting the cabinets. They would actually like to knock down the wall from the kitchen to the family room and take out all the cabinets and install new cabinets in a nice big island, which I think is an excellent idea. Luckily, it looks like the numbers on this fits where they're still good, so and they're able to do that. We've upgraded from granite to quartz. The fans, other regular lighting, all that is pretty much what we saw. The bathroom is pretty much what we saw, and it needed everything. One thing that they didn't have a great picture of is the secondary bathroom, and they have decided to relocate that bathroom. So instead of going from a bedroom to get to it, that was kind of out of the way, we are now knocking down a hallway, expanding a closet area, and making access for another bathroom. So that's also a big change, moving drain lines, plumbing. They've also decided to change all the plumbing in the home, supply lines to PEX. Always a great idea. Also saves you insurance-wise if you are holding the property. And they have decided that they want an all-new electrical run. Definitely something that doesn't have to be done on this home, but will also add value to the home. The flooring, we don't have a final on that yet. There is wood floors in the home. We're thinking that we're going to be able to resurface those and get those looking brand new again. So as of right now, we're thinking tile in the kitchen and bathrooms, and then the rest of the floor should be able to be saved. So that part's still a little bit of a guesstimate. Also, as we walked the home, none of the plugs and switches were up to code. So now that we're doing other things that need permitting, that has to be changed. So we're gonna have to change all the plugs and switches. They're free, the full rewire now. all permits that pertain to that. And it does need the full HVAC system like I originally had thought. And it does need a breaker box, which I wasn't aware of by looking at the video. But once we opened it, it was really a mess. Also, hot water heater is not something we saw in the video. And the client has actually decided to upgrade. They want a tankless hot water heater on the exterior of the home instead of the interior. And got just a few more small items that they've decided to add. Overall, this house is going to look amazing with everything they want in it. From the rehab costs to their purchase to the ARV, it looks like they're in great shape. But as you remember, I kind of put this as a $70,000 to $80,000 rehab, and we're actually at $124,000 on this rehab. So large things that were added: the roof, the full electrical, breaker box, plugs and switches, all new plumbing, knocking down walls and adding engineered beams, and moving a bathroom. Those things add up really quick. Plus we need an architect to design everything for us, and we need an engineer to draw up plans. All that has to go to the city, and we have to pay all the permit fees. So that being said, it's great that this still fit the budget. A lot of times that's too far of a spread that it wouldn't fit, but it is definitely working for them, and this house is going to be awesome. So this is a great example of why a guesstimate is just a guesstimate. It's not an actual price. This, now that I've been there, is something that could be signed and bind me to it right there. The advantage of the guesstimate is if the numbers were close, if they were below what you thought, that would be a time to go ahead and make your offer and get into an option period. The actual going out and bidding process, you'd want to do that during that option period to make sure you're not locked into something that is way over budget or has some hidden damage that you're not aware of. And as you can see, the detail in here is what really helps. Everything is broken down line item, tells you about that line item, gives you the cost for that line item. Not only does it help you just understand what you're paying for and what you're getting, if you're in a hard money situation, they love this because they're not getting a bathroom that's just $6,000 and then you're trying to get reimbursed and you can't because one faucet handle's not on. Everything in that bathroom on here is broken down. It's really state-of-the-art software that we're the only ones using it, and we're very proud of what we've come up with here. And it just makes everything go so smooth. Once you signed an estimate here with us and become a client, you'll have access to your property on here, all your properties you do with us. You'll see your contracts. You can ask for warranty work. You'll get photo updates every couple of days. You can communicate through here. It's a great system, and that's really why I wanted to share this with y'all today and kind of show you the breakdown of everything. I hope it helps y'all understand the process. It helps you understand what an actual estimate should look like no matter what contractor you get it from. It might look a little different, but you should only accept something that's broken down into line items and definitely has details of what you're paying for. So we'll get this wrapped up and send it over to the client today.